Hello, in this video I would like to show you how to make this beautiful stitch. That's how it looks at the back, and this is the front look. So number of stitches should be divisible by 2 again, so any even number of stitches. I have 22 stitches on my needles and I will just continue it, and you need 4 rows and 2 stitches basically make the pattern. How to make it? First stitch, which is an edge stitch, I just transfer unknitted. So next step is pulling my right needle between 2 stitches, just like that, pulling the yarn out, and now these 2 I knit together, and now take them off the needle. That's it. And again do the same thing and both together, and again in between, and now both together, done, in between and 2 together, in between and 2 together. That's how that looks. Very simple. And then in between and 2 together. Always knit through the real loop and knit 2 together, again in between and knit 2 together through real loop, and again in between and 2 together through real loop, knitted of course, and last edge stitch always purl. Now all even rows, and now will be row number 2, are just purl stitches, regular purl stitches. Now row number 3, I'll do the same thing, but with step, with 1 stitch to the left. For that first stitch I just knit regularly through the real loop, and now I will do the same thing, but now between these 2, so second and third stitches. So I'm pulling my needle between 2 stitches and then knitting them together through the real loop, and now I'm pulling them off the needle, and again, and so on until end of the row. But the last stitch will be again knitted just like the first one, because I moved the pattern right on 1 stitch to the left to have these diagonal lines. Again between and and again between and 2 together, between and 2 together. It is important to keep both stitches on the needle until you knit them 2 together, and this is the last stitch is knitted individually, and edge stitch is always purl. And row number 4, as all even rows, will be just purl stitches. Here it is. I can make 1 more row from the first stitch in case you need to see it again. If not, you just stop watching, right? So now I will continue doing this between first 2 stitches, so pulling it in between and then 2 together, and now take it off, 2 together, in between, and now 2 together, and again in between and 2 together. So basically I'm repeating from row number 1. And the last is always purl, last edge stitch. And again, even row is always purl. And that's it. This is row number 2. And number 3 you do the same, but with after knitting first stitch individually, and then you continue doing this in between and two together, right? That's all. And then that's all. Very simple and very interesting pattern. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.